Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of the Hangout. Today it's a beautiful Wednesday and yes guys, niyazke xa ngolesithathu nathi sibalapha onto your screens from this very hour of 3:30 until the last minute of 4:30, serving you all the goodness and also making sure that you guys at home are entertained and also making sure that you are informed and also inspired about the people that are actually doing well for themselves, that are within your reach. And yes, Kemnake, Elam Igama, it is Uzinhle Nqeza and Ndizabendinani from Kweli Xesha until the last one. So today on the show, we have exciting people that we're going to be talking to. And also, we do make sure, we do want to make sure that we give you guys the right direction and also making sure that you guys are informed about the things that are happening in and around of Ebomini Benu. And also, the nice and also exciting part, we will be giving away some tickets right here on the show for the Berlin November. It's happening this coming weekend, so I'm sure you guys are also excited because we are definitely excited Tina, as the Hangout. And yes, let us start the show. Well, lovely people, today what we're going to do is we're definitely going to be speaking to some individuals that are doing exceptionally well. But before I get on to the first interview that I have on the studio right now, I just want to remind you guys that of our question of this week. And also we're asking you, what are the must-have that you must have for this December festival? So please do make sure that you communicate with us on social media platforms. It is at Mpumakapa TV, but please let me introduce my next guest, which is going to be Umalati Sikamgana. And again, he's basically going to be telling us all about law and also all issues related to law and also how can we actually get to protect ourselves. But let us welcome him onto the Hangout. Welcome, Putikunjan. Lovely stuff. And also for people abangakwaziyo emakhaya, can we get to give them a little background as to who you are and also ukweyipi career field?
Okay. Malatisi was born up Pai. Went to school up Pai, and I also went to Worcester University where I graduated. Licenza in law, practicing in fact labor law.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I'm based here in Port Elizabeth and I'm a labor practitioner. Yes.
Lovely stuff. And also, let us get into labor law. For most people, don't really get to understand about what is it and also how are they protected by it.
Okay. Now, whenever we're talking about labor law, remember we have labor practitioners. Now, labor law, it's where we're talking about dispute resolutions relating to labor matters. So if you look at our stats in South Africa, we're talking about the unemployment of about 50%. Now, that means that the other 50% that is employed must be affected by labor laws. So whenever there's two people abapangelayo that are within a contract of employment, so that means that labor law will actually affect those people. So whether it be ixesha oliphangelayo emsebenzini, funeka uphangele ixesha langakanani, ithini minimum wage yakho, umzekelo ithini iterms the contract of employment. For instance, ezinye zezinto ezibalulekileyo, and it's a reality that xa ufuna mos umsebenzi, you are issued with a contract of employment that is on the terms of the employer, right? So yeah, recognize in terms of our common law that xa ningena kwi-contract of employment with both parties, you are on an equal footing. But the reality is that xa uyungena kwi-contract of employment, uyi-employee wena, you are on a back foot because you accept the terms of the employer.
Yes.
So now what our state has done, or what the law has done now, it is that it then places basic conditions that umqashi cannot contract out of the law. So now it equals a footing of both parties because umqashi akanonika terms that are less favorable than those that are prescribed by the Basic Conditions of Employment Act, National Minimum Wage, Employment Equity Act, Labor Relations Act, and it also goes as far as national legislation, for instance, as far as Labor Relations Act, Employment Equity Act, Basic Conditions of Employment Act. So these national legislation, they give effect to the Constitution. So if you look at the Constitution and you look at Section 23 of the Constitution, it says that everyone has the right to a fair labor practice. So now, in labor law itself, it's there to make sure that it regulates the employment relationships between the employer and the employee, in the exception of the independent contract. So, so everybody will be affected by law, especially if either you are an employer or you are an employee.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely stuff. And also, can we get to talk about, because Kukabantu that don't know how to speak for themselves, and also the part year labor law when it comes to having to stand up and also represent those people that are not courageous enough to stand up for themselves. Let's talk about that, and also how can those people get assistance in that field?
What I tend to appreciate about labor law, unlike criminal law, there's more flexibility, and it is more less formal than a criminal law, right? What happens is that if you look at a criminal law, for instance, it has also elements of abantu bangena ematyaleni because funeka baqashe amagqwetha and all of those things. But now, when it comes to labor law, it also has created tribunals. Now, as tribunals, one in the bargaining councils, the CCMA, the Labour Court, the Labour Appeal Court. Now, ezindawo ziyakwazi ke ngoku ukunika amandla for you to represent yourself if kwenzekile that you encountered with a dispute in the workplace. Okanye there seems to be misunderstanding anyana nje emsebenzini. So you are able to represent yourself. But what is most important that as institutions such as Ngqobozimbiza, especially the CCMA and the bargaining councils, they are there to give free services. So if you do not understand when hey, you can go there without even having to open a case, by the way. You go there to ask, look, I'm here to inquire as to what my right is. You can even go as far as the Department of Labor that is also established by the Labor Relations Act. So we are how can I do this? Apart from that, now sinazo labor practitioners. Now, labor practitioners, they vary because in essence, these are people that are specializing in labor matters. Yes. So we have trade unions, officials, we have abantu who works as employers organization, and also we have advice centers. Now, Zikoni advice centers also that they specialize in the field of labor law. For instance, I know a couple of them that specializes in labor law as well. So even if you do not, because I'll make an example, kukona imisebenzi apho khona kukona hostility from the employer. Part of that, whenever there's a discussion about a union or people trying to organize under a union, there's going to be that hostility from the employer. So if one is too scared, remember, to join a union is right. An employer cannot infringe on the right for you to join a trade union. Yes. But now some people become skeptical to say, hey man, I don't want to start a new job, so I'll rather stay safe and not join a union. But there will come a time where I have a dispute and I need someone to go and represent me either at the CCMA or at the bargaining council. So we do have these advice centers that are around. In fact, there is one also in East London and so and so. So one can approach them, but it is always important that if you then decide to go and represent yourself, you know what you're going to deal with.
Lovely stuff. Malatisi, thank you so much, man. Ingathi uqukumbele yonke into, but unfortunately, ixesha luchaba. And thank you so much for coming onto the Hangout. And I'm sure that also our viewers had gotten information as dingayo, and also they are informed when it comes to labor laws and also how to actually get to protect themselves, and also routes that they can actually go to be able to be protected in the employment place. And what we're going to do is we're going to take an quick ad break, and then we're going to come back. When we're coming back, we still have more, so please stay tuned. Don't you go nowhere. Well, everyone, that was a nice, short and quick ad break, but now we are back right onto your screens to come and give you the people that are actually relevant, and also the people that are reachable within your areas and also within the vicinity. And right now we are going to be talking to Uzolani Willie, and he's someone that is actually behind the pool party and also the all-white picnic that is happening at Utenek. And also Uzasnika the full lowdown as to what to actually expect when it comes to those two events. And everyone at home, please help me welcome him on the Hangout. Welcome, Buti. How are you?
I'm fine, Memony.
I'm good. Can you just let us get to talk about why you are here and also the all white party picnic and also the pool party.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Zolani Willie. I'm from Utenek and the founder of both these events, the pool party and the annual Utenek picnic. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. And also you're saying that you are the founder. Let's get to talk about the process when you started to come up with these ideas and you deciding but this specifically.
To begin with, I started with the picnic, in 2013. Yeah. That was the initial inception, but it started to get the ground on the ground basically on the 2014. Yeah. So it's been running now for 11 years.
Lovely.
Yes, it's been running now for 11 years. And I took it up on myself that there's nothing really happening in Utenek. And I felt like Utenek is neglected, especially when it comes to that types of events. Yes, so then I took it up on myself to say, we need at least some vibrant in Utenek, So
lovely stuff.
So here we are now on the 11th
year, and you've got two babies under your name. So also this coming weekend there is the pool party, and you're bringing Abotai Kuni there. Let's get to talk about that, and also in terms of what can people actually get to expect Kabefika on the venue.
Basically, it's more of like a day groove kind of vibes, because we're starting at 12 up until 10 o'clock. Yeah, at night. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
So this event has not happened for the past 4 years. Yeah. So now we bring it back this year because there was this COVID that distracted us, So it took us some time to come back again and find our feet. Yeah. So, but this year we are back.
You're doing it, and also
the 5th annual, yes.
And also with a pool party, people expectations are it's the summer feel, and also they're expecting a pool. Let's get to talk about the whole environment as to how are you actually setting up set up so that people can get to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, like I stated, it's happening around the pool. It's more like of summer vibes. Some different experience. It's not something that people are used to. That's why most people are so excited about this event, because there's no other event that I know of that there's a pool party or annual pool party around the Bay, or around the Eastern Cape, to say. You see, so it brings a lot of excitement, especially in the metro, at large. Yeah.
Nice. And also background and also there used to be whenever a Utenek all white party picnic used to happen, it used to packed and a nice vibe was there. So now for this year, let's get to talk about izinto that you're doing differently, and also abantu ba expect andoni in terms of different element to it, and also EX ezizabe corner.
I can't really say much about the picnic, because it's an event that people always look forward to, especially the people of the metro or the Bay.
Yes.
You see. So it's always like a vibe, and remember now it's a once-off event, not necessarily once-off event. It's happening. It's an event that always takes takes it is happening once in a year. Yeah, annually. So like people always look forward to it because remember now there's people that are from Mutiny but are based in like East London, Cape Town, Johannesburg, you name them. You see, so they're always looking forward to come back home and enjoy this type of event, you know. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. You said that you don't want to focus more onto the all-white party.
Yeah.
Let's come to the pool party. The pool party, what can people actually get to expect in terms of lineup and also the activities as a throughout the course of the day?
Yeah, when it comes to the lineup, we've got local acts, you know. We have Malikon, which is accompanying me. We have Yoza. Is it Yoza? Yeah, Yomza. And then Mexify. Yeah, there's a lot of like local artists that will that will be participating at the event. And then also we have Tycoon, as you have mentioned earlier on. Yeah, so like the ladies will be there as well to enjoy themselves with their costume on, you know. Yeah, and the theme is Hawaiian. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time, like
been a long time.
Yeah,
lovely.
5 years. It's a long time indeed.
Being on break. Lovely stuff. And also, when it comes to the pool party and also you as someone who has been organizing it, let's talk about the ways of how you have actually tried to make safety your #1 goal, and also making sure that izinto zabantu are going to be secured, and also nabantu are still going to be secured as well.
Yeah, I would say safety is always like our #1 priority, because remember now, like without complying, there's no event.
Yes.
You see, so hence I'm saying like safety becomes our #1 priority. You know, making sure our people are safe and they feel free, and then they enjoy themselves. In terms of knowing that like it's a crime-free event as well. So yeah,
lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And also, let's talk about indlela that people can actually get to support you. Amatikiti afumane kanjani, and zonke za needs and greeds. Is it a cooler box allowed okanye kuza kwenzeka kanjani ngolo hlobo?
When it comes to the pool party, the tickets are available online. And then there's place that we have allocated in terms of the tickets, Tops in Utenake, and also OK Liqua as well. They are also like selling tickets for the people that are interested. But when it comes to the cooler box and the cars, people will pay at the gates. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Thank you so much, Putu Solani, for coming on to the Hangout. We truly appreciate it. And I'm sure Nabantu Basetinaka are going to support him for his event, Azenzayo, and it's going to be a blast, man. This coming Saturday, the 23rd, the 30th, the pool party is happening, and also on the 23rd, the all-white picnic. That's why I'm like, so please make sure that you get the dates correct, and also it is a day groove. What a nice experience that is going to be there. And also so many people are going to be there. There's Elina PIK is looking fire, and also Tycoon is also going to be there. But before we go to him, Payana on the pool party, what we're going to do is to just take a short ad break, and then we're going to come back with more. So please make sure that you don't go anyway, because this is a Muya Sibim Nandi right here on the Hangout. Lovely stuff. We're back right onto your screens, and we're giving you still a lovely show. We are right into the middle of our hour, and Kusemnandi, and right now I'm sitting with someone that does stage acting and makes sure that he portrays the characters that are given to him. And we are going to be talking to Caleb Zola right here on the Hangout. Welcome, man. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Lovely. You've got such a beautiful smile.
Thank you. Thank you so
I love
much.
it.
Thank you.
Well, for people who actually don't know you, let's get to talk about that. Who you are and what is it that you do.
So Hello, everyone. I'm Caleb. I am a musician, a pianist, a singer, a brass instrumentalist. But I've found my love for theatre and being on the stage. And being in PE gave me a space to do that, and being in multiple shows, including now what I'm currently busy with, Cinderella and the Ice Queen's Enchantment, the PMADS production.
Lovely stuff, man. You mentioned musical background and acting, and you just infused that. Let's get to talk about where it all started and also your love for the arts industry.
I'm very fortunate that I grew up in a very arts-driven family. Both my parents, singers, musician, my sister back home, hi Abby, a singer and instrumentalist as well. And so music was a love language that was spoken in our house, and so naturally I just followed that path and led me to studying music with the hopes of bringing that love and joy to many people as I can, so through music and eventually music therapy. But it's always been around me, and something that I'm very grateful to have in my nature.
Lovely stuff. And also, as a performer, I'm sure it does take some sort of spiritual attachment from you, and also for you to be able to actually present yourself onto the stage. Let's get to talk about the process of you having to transition now from being Caleb, that is known from home, to being Caleb, that is on stage. Let's get to talk about that.
Yeah, I think as an artist, the fundamental thing is knowing who you are in your inner core, in your nature, and being able to still have your own sense of self, even if I'm Caleb the person or Caleb on stage. And the transition is actually not that difficult, because when I put my mind to something, I can do it, but always doing it in my own unique Caleb way. So the character still comes through, but it's still Caleb at its core. So pretty easy transition. It just comes with a lot of practice and hard work.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, with the project that you are currently here for, which is Cinderella, let's get to talk about that. That is a story that we grew up listening to, watching, and also having interest into. Let's get to talk about you being now able to actually portray some of the characters that are within that story.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, growing up, we all know the story of Cinderella. The cool thing is it's like Cinderella reimagined. So it's a fresh perspective and a fresh take, which makes it so much more fun. And it's something that will forever live in my heart and my brain. And because it's, again, the passion that I have, the drive that I have for it. And so it's very exciting to see how the story unfolds. But you guys will just have to wait and see for that.
Then we'll just have to wait and see. Are you playing the prince?
We won't give too much away, but let's just say the character that I'm very fortunate to be able to play is one to watch out for. So keep an eye out. Yeah, for the.
Is it one of those pro-antagonist or?
Very, very protagonist. Very Cinderella would absolutely love him.
Love him.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
If you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, but Cinderella and my character Edward is a match made in heaven. Yeah.
Don't be ashamed to say it.
Match made in heaven.
For me also, what I want to ask from you is, when you were preparing for this production, because I'm sure it was not just an overnight thing, it took some time for you to be able to know how to muscle and also make sure that your body is ready for you to be able to present this character on the stage. Let's talk about that process of preparation.
Yeah, the process, people think because it's art and culture that it's pretty easy. The passion comes nice and easy, but the hard work is still there. So it comes from intense vocal warm-ups and singing, dance rehearsals, and before that doing core exercises, warming up, making sure your body is fit. It comes from remembering lines. So it's both the mental and the physical, as well as then incorporating a level of music and character and artistry on top of that. So the process is really just rehearsals as often to make sure that the product which we want to send is polished, because the story, everyone knows the story. We want to make sure that what the listener and the audience is getting is the best quality that we can give it to them.
And also, it's not that old Cinderella story, right?
No. It's like I said, still a new take. But at the end of the day, the fundamentals of Cinderella, of love, loving someone despite who they are, is still pushed through. And those rehearsals help us bring that message across.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like you're someone who truly loves being on stage and just performing.
I love a good stage, a good camera moment. Oh, it's like my absolute favorite.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you. Yeah,
This is your moment.
I'm like chilling on the couch talking to you. No,
Yes.
it's my favorite thing. Again, the passion.
Lovely
just
stuff.
drives
And
it.
also for people to be able to actually get to watch you when you are doing your thing and also when you are in the element, where can people actually get the tickets, and also where is it happening, when is it happening, all those tiny details.
So if you want to come watch Cinderella and the Ice Queen's Enchantment, you can go on Quicket. The tickets will be there. We run from the 3rd to the 22nd of December at Centre Stage at Bay West in Port Elizabeth. And you can find all the information on the PMAD's Facebook page, Instagram page, also on my personal Instagram page at Caleb Zola with the _, and all the details and links to tickets will be there. And then everyone, it's a very beautiful family-friendly show, and everyone can come watch and enjoy and have a good holiday getaway to this icy, beautiful realm that we are creating.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, what can people, when it comes to, because as people, we tend to watch something or we tend to attend something and we in hope to try and get to something off of it. So what can people actually look out for when it comes to the whole production when you guys are actually done?
What you can look out for is the joy of the performers. Stories come and go, like we're doing Cinderella now, we'll do something else next year and the year after that. But the joy and the love of every performer, that's what one looks out for, that's what one sees, that's what brings you into the place that the show wants you to be taken to. And it's the best thing ever. And so look out for that. See the smiling faces and know that it's genuine happiness and genuine smiling faces that we want to give, because we really, really, really enjoy what we do.
Lovely stuff, man. Thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout.
Thank you so much.
And Sana, by just looking at you and being in your presence, I can surely tell that you truly do love what you're doing. Cannot wait to see the story. And yes, everyone at home, I hope you guys cannot wait as well to be able to go and watch it. It's going to be happening at Baywa, so you definitely don't want to miss it. But what we're going to do is to take you guys to a quick ad break, and then we're going to come back. When we're coming back with more. So please make sure that you stay tuned. You don't go anyway. Well, beautiful people, we're back right onto your screens. And also, right now, we are sitting with someone that also does, or is also part of the Cinderella story. And again, she's the main Cinderella. We'll never know. Let's get to welcome her right here on the show and also get to hear from her as to what role does she play onto this beautiful story that they are cooking. And let us welcome her on the Hangout first of all. Welcome to the Hangout. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I am good. You're so nice. You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Can you just please tell our viewers at home as to who you are and what is it that you do and why are you involved in the Cinderella story?
Okay. So hi guys, my name is Kaylee Hiradine. I am the vocal director and the musical director for the PMAD's pantomime. I'm also a musician on the side and a very big creative and performing artist.
Lovely stuff. And also, you are a performing artist,
Yes,
so
yes,
I
yes.
do. I am sure that you are involved within the cast members of the Cinderella.
Yes.
Let's get to talk about you and also you being casted for it.
So basically, my role is not really part of cast, but making the cast sound good. So what I do is I basically lay out all of the music that we do, and I put it all together, and then we make sure that the cast sounds beautiful, all of the soloists sound beautiful. So from my side, I'm actually on the production team side, and watching the cast grow and the sounds that they make and the dancing and the acting is so beautiful.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And also, most people don't understand the importance of sound and making sure that people actually sound properly and are audible when it comes to stage performances.
Yes.
So let us get to talk about that whole planning, because that's a planning that most people tend to overlook. Let's get to talk about that. How did you actually get to overcome all of those?
Okay, so basically what happened, or what I do, is I will, on our first rehearsal, when we have the full cast together, we normally set out, okay, this is what the vocal rehearsals will be like, and this is how I set my rehearsals. I'm very strict with the way that I work, so as soon as we get there, it's vocal warm-ups. We make sure that we are singing the proper thing, and then by the end, I make them plank so that they can keep up that vocal stability and the core strength, so that when you are dancing and performing on the stage, you still keep that audibility. And we teach them a lot of different techniques on how to keep the support and all of those things. And yeah, the sound is just great afterwards. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. So you basically that main core that makes sure that the play comes to life, right? Because you're basically dealing with vocals of each individual.
Yes.
And also I want to come on to making sure that you cater and also you are working for a certain person while you still have someone at the back of your mind that person is struggling with that. So let's get to talk about all that pressure that you go through when you're having to deal with one character and still having to go and deal with the next one, making sure that they vocalize properly.
Yes. So basically with the different character, it's always about, okay, so maybe the Ice Queen. So let's take her because it's Cinderella and the Ice Queen's enchantment. She's a more darker and, you know, like the evil queen that just sits around. So her voice should be powerful and a dark tone. So then working with that, I have to set out specifics of, okay, this is how she has to sing and this is the notes that she has to sing. Maybe she's an alto, maybe she can't reach those notes. And then maybe if we move on to Cinderella, the way that she sings has to be light and pretty because that's how her character is. So all of the work that goes into it, sometimes it's not the same. Then you have to think of, okay, let's do this rather, or let's do that. And then it works out majority of the time. Yeah.
Lovely, man. Lovely stuff. And also because of it's like a musical and making sure that it has a lot of movement into it. Let's get to talk about you and also having to deal with someone that actually does not have some sort of strongest points when it comes to singing and also vocalizing their vocal cords.
So then that would be rehearsals where I take them separately and we find out, okay, where the problem areas are and where we need to help them. And then I will basically find pinpoints to say, okay, let's try this. Maybe if you bend over, if you support more, or if you try this technique, or if you place better with your notes. So there are lots of things that we also do to make sure that if you struggle somewhere, there will be places to help in that point. Yeah.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, let's get to talk about each actor's growth since you guys started with rehearsals up to now. Let me first ask you, are you sure that now they're ready?
Ooh,
are you
if
sure?
my cast is watching this right now,
are you sure?
So they would know if I walked into the rehearsal, I don't have the smile on my face. It's always
serious,
grumpy and serious and all of that stuff. But because we need to get the job done, we can have fun while we're doing the job. So when we do the audition process, obviously people come in raw and maybe they've never done it before, and maybe like after a month you already see the growth, and maybe they couldn't reach this note and now they are singing it with confidence, or this dance step they couldn't do 2 weeks ago and now they're doing it. So the growth in the cast is very, very, very big from their audition process, which is a very, very beautiful thing to see. Yo, I'm so proud of them. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. It makes me very happy to see people enjoy themselves and grow with the enjoyment.
Lovely stuff, man. It sounds like you are really proud. You are that one proud coach. This is my work,
and
you
definitely,
guys.
I also, sorry for cutting you off, I genuinely think that they are also ready. We could open the show today and they would be they would be ready to go.
We'll be ready to go, man. Lovely stuff. And also, when it comes to the story itself, so I'm sure the director has given you or briefed you with the story and has added few elements to make it relevant into the now ages. Let's get to talk about you and also trying to accommodate the essence of Cinderella, still making sure that the whole thing, which is the new incorporations within the original Cinderella story, and also making sure that you bring the sound that is going to be relevant for both areas, which is old and the new. Let's get to talk about that.
So if I think back to the old Cinderella and how things were done, it was very once off, it is off of the storybook, and then I think of the music, and the music is also just, let's not say monotonous, but it also just has a flow. And with me, I don't like sticking to the book, so making things new for me is really fun with the creative process. So what I do, like I'll add extra harmonies, extra words, put songs together. It's one of my favorite things to do. So finding the elements of the old is taking the actual original and seeing how I can expand it, no matter if it's with the words, if it's with the voices, and yeah.
Lovely stuff. And also, I do know that Caleb has already mentioned this.
Yes.
But where can people actually get to have the tickets, and also how is the program looking like?
Okay, so basically we run from the 3rd to the 22nd of December at Center Stage at Bay West. They can get tickets on Quicket or from Wendy. Normally the bookings are there as well. And then also on the PMAT's Facebook page. Yeah,
lovely stuff, man. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
on to
so
the
much for
Hangout. I am sure that our viewers are also excited. Guys, no excitement but what we're going to do right now is to take a quick short ad break, and then we'll be right back. So please make sure that you don't go anywhere, but you stay tuned in right here on channel 260, because this is a way I'm going to go. Beautiful people, sasifike phayana emaphethelweni enqobo, but before sivale and also before CT, you know what, it is that time for us to actually do the giveaway, and also the person that has won themselves lucky double tickets for the Berlin November, that is Okhanyisile Lubanzi. And she can just simply communicate with us on social media so that she can be able to get a matikiti and also go and enjoy this beautiful event, man, that is happening at East London. And also, if you don't know about the Berlin November, that's because tina oko besiyiqhuba and oko tina besisenza show uba. This is one event that we are promoting. So it's basically going to be a whole weekend celebration and also a festival type of event. And also we are sikiswa man kudlala mahashi and all those nice things that you guys need to know about, especially abantu base East London. So what's going to be happening, there are teams, celebrity teams that are going to be involved. I'm talking about the likes of Mafa Bavuma, the likes of Abo Betusile Mcinga, the likes of Abo Ziyanda Changane, Mrs. Saula, Umtano Womkuba, Live, and many more. And all you have to do is to just make sure that you interact with that celebrity, and also Ingali Ashike Elo Eliwinayo. And simply like that, man, there's going to be Abo Mnak music as well there. So it's going to be a beautiful one when it comes to entertainment. And also that is going to be happening on Saturday, sorry. It's going to be happening on Saturday, and also on Sunday there is a gospel special that is going to be happening Payana Kwakhona. So you're going to be finding your likes of Abebe Tusile, Aboziyanda, giving off beautiful music that you guys do know. And also there's going to be so many other local gospel musicians as well. Abazabebe Tata Ingalenye Payana. So it's going to be a beautiful one. And also the Sunday event, what it's for, Keyonake, it's to basically and make sure that it gives a send-off to those that had taken time to come and celebrate. It's going to be a beautiful one, man, in Berlin November, because there is also going to be a train that is going to be traveling, which is Uprasa. So you're going to be getting free rides with Prasa as well. How nice is that, onto their new trains that as I say, East London. So it's going to be a beautiful one, and surely you guys definitely don't want to miss that one. And Nisanayo, each chance wants to make sure that you guys still communicate with us so that nani nisfumanele the double tickets, and in Desaipinda, the winner that we have for this the winner that we have for today, and that is Ukanyisile Lubanzi, and Kenake, she can just simply communicate with us so that she can be able to find amatikiti ake. It's very nice, man. Make sure niya sikisa and have beautiful costumes and also your gowns, your evening gowns, and make sure niziva kamnandi, man. And also there's a hint that on Sunday, please make sure ninxiba iteki, because of what? It's going to be a celebration, it's going to be a worship, it's going to be having all sorts of emotions. So abafuni mtu ozabe uncomfortable with health, as much as it's a gospel, but also it's a beautiful gospel. And also remember the question that we have. So you're going to read those questions on Friday, where we're going to be asking you guys as to, where we are actually asking you as to what are your must have for this festive season. And getinake sizavanje and also on our social media platform. It is at Magapa TV, and also our WhatsApp line, it is 0836900530. Okwangoku mna into enza is that nam ndiyafumaneka kumakhasi onxibelelwano, it is _n, and it's been a lovely hour from me and my team. All we have to say is thank you so much for tuning and joining us right here on the Hangout. Otherwise, stay blessed, stay well. See you. Bye.